Welcome to Ancient Wisdom, where it's cool to be a lesbian. I'm on the red wave, girl.
We're good.
You know I'll surf with you.
Oh man, is that on the album?
The Deuce Deuce Clap album should be out, probably the beginning of the year. It should be done. Oh my good. Guys, I have not eaten in 100 hours. It's been tough. Oh, I thank you, sir. It's one of those things where after day 3 you want to die, but then day 4 I just feel like I'm on ayahuasca. Just kind of psychedelic, just kind of being one with myself. I've accepted it. I probably could go for another 3 or 4 days without food.
Oh my God. Why do we have to bring this up every fucking time we have a show?
No. What is it?
We're talking about Disney again.
Disney. Oh, yeah.
I'm in my
folks.
40s and go to Disney World by myself at least once a month.
Oh my God. Wow. Does this remind you of anyone?
Yes.
I
Quite a
think
few
we all
people.
know somebody in
Nice.
our lives.
How much
Probably even
vacation
separate
time does
people.
she have?
Yeah, first of all, how much vacation time?
12 trips a
I hope
year?
you live in Florida, but then again, it's
True.
not a Democrat state.
I hope there's no list to read. I don't want to read the things.
And
she
it's
does.
Disney World. It is Florida. No, there's no list. This is it. You know,
Good.
keeping it simple.
I always get a butter beer from Harry Potter World.
At 12 at 12 o'clock, I go see, oh, she's in Epcot right now.
Yep.
I go see Minnie and get my picture taken. She knows me by name.
Mitch and I went to Disney World in high school, like one time,
Yep,
and we
that
were
was
like,
the first and last.
this is terrible.
Sucks.
Bro, what is the draw? How?
We were
She's so
$14
happy she's by
pretzel?
herself. She's in her 40s. Yeah, $14 pretzel. Spending all your money on garbage.
we were teenagers in the prime of our lives, and we were just like, what is there to do here?
Yeah, that's the
Like,
time you should go,
Yeah.
right? And still nothing. Our rides, I guess.
You could pay $20 for a soda cup that you could refill for 99 cents as many times as you want.
God, so good. Is that what it is? 99-cent refills? Oh,
Well, I know
my
Six
heavens.
Flags is like that, but it's just...
Theirs is probably $3.99 refills.
There was a YouTube video channel once. I'm not going to reference it. I don't want to give
Sure.
him publicity.
Yeah.
But all he did, he walked around with his
Don't cause YouTube beefs
I'm
between
not
Ancient
gonna-
Wisdom.
No, I'm not going to link. We're not linking each other.
Yeah.
But I remember he was walking around with his like iPhone, and he was just filming everything in the Disney gift shop.
Oh, yes.
He went through the rides, but he didn't film the rides. He didn't film the park. He's just like, this is what you can buy at the gift shop.
Oh, my
And
God.
he had a channel with like 100 videos.
I was
of
gonna
every
say, I bet
gift
did he have a
shop
ton of views,
showing
too?
every product. He like filmed every product on
Wow.
every shelf, showed the price.
I'll say this. I'm a capitalist. I'm free market, right? If, let's say, this woman went to Disney every month to do that and update on the new products, there's a little business.
Maybe that guy was the one that figured it out.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
Disney
I
sponsor
can't
her,
hate on the
too.
dude if he's got millions of subs.
Would you
What's
say,
that?
Evan?
Disney could sponsor her too. Be like, oh, if you want to come film our gift shops to get more people to come, we'll
was a guy.
give you
There
free
was a
entry
saddle.
to
They
the
need more
park.
freaks. They need more freaks like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few who could get a job over there. There'd probably be Minnie Mouse or something. I saw this picture of a fat Mexican guy. He took off the Minnie Mouse head. He was in there smoking a cigarette on his break. And it's like, damn, it ain't easy out here.
That's the other thing. What kind of person in the mascot suit is
Illegal.
putting their arm putting their arm around like a grown adult woman?
Yeah, that's it too.
Like, don't they see that there's an actual person in there
anyone.
that could be judging them? They don't think
Yeah,
you're a cute
it's
kid
not
taking a
actually
picture.
goofy.
Yeah.
Did you know
I
that?
think if you accept my
the
theory is
movie?
if you accept the headgear,
Yeah.
you accept the
What the role?
the what comes with the role.
responsibility.
What comes with the role.
Once
I'm
you
not
put
saying it's
on this man.
responsibility.
Slave drivers
Yeah,
over there.
yeah, yeah.
Well, the head is on. You're gonna be Minnie. Goddammit.
Yeah, no matter what.
Oh Lord. Anyway, what do we got next
Oh
here?
man, this is a good start. Anyway, yes,
Good
next,
start.
Mitch. I don't know what this one is, but I'm just gonna just jump into it.
Get on into it.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. We got a video. We got an X video here.
Who do we got?
Let's
Today
hope
I'm
it's not
taste testing tea because I've never had any before. So
Okay, she's never had
I'm
tea.
trying
She wants to
Sleepy
try it
Time
out.
Tea, and I got the big one
Sleepy
because
Time,
I'm
that's a good
assuming that I'll
brand.
probably
Disney cup,
like
by
it.
the way.
I tried Sleepy Time.
So
Oh, Disney.
I've got this out of the
Chippendale.
package.
Never really made me
Just a
sleepy.
square of
Sleepy Time.
It's
tea.
just tasty.
Just tasty.
I
Just
think
one of
it's
those
pretty
things. So
self-explanatory.
she's probably gonna wait.
What are you
I already
doing?
have my
Wait,
hot
what?
water sitting right here.
She says self-explanatory
This is what
and then
it looks
opened it with
like.
scissors. Bitch, it would have came with scissors. Is she gonna smoke
And then
it?
just dump it in.
It's not a ramen packet, girl.
All right, so stir it around.
Wait, hold on.
I think she's
I'm
joking. I
assuming
think I've
it'll
seen a girl
dissolve
similar
into
to
the
this.
tea at some point, maybe just in a couple of minutes. It's been a few minutes and nothing has happened. I tried it,
I
obviously,
hope she's
and it's a
joking.
total mess, so they really should make something that contains it. Otherwise, it just goes everywhere.
That's got to be a joke.
I
Something
hope,
that
I hope
contains
she's
it.
joking. She's yeah, something that
She
contains
knows
it.
she's being
That line might have shout out
Comedic.
the joke, the comedic. I hope
the
so.
container's the bag.
Yeah, but these free market
way, it's
capitalists,
shitty.
they're killing it. Oh my god.
Even
Either
if,
way,
if
it
she's
sucks.
lying, it's a bad act, and if
Oh!
she's serious, I feel really
I
bad.
do. Okay, so Floach has a hot take.
It's just bad all
Shitty
around.
regardless. I don't like any of it you
Yeah, I
said.
don't like any of it.
Yeah, it's not even a funny joke. Even if she's like, it's just you don't get satisfaction from seeing her getting grains of herbs in her teeth.
Yeah, especially because she's kind of pretty.
Have
if
you
I
guys heard of
remember.
cringe clicking?
Yeah.
Yo, that's what it is. That's what I was gonna say.
You
She
pissed
knows.
the viewer off
You pissed the
enough
viewer off.
to finish the video.
Rick Rolling started it all off, and then now this.
Yeah, it's a cringe catch.
Oh, that's so that's such a weird thing. That's the world we live in today. Views. It's all about views. I'm gonna piss everybody off. I'm gonna clearly act like an idiot, but like this is gonna get your attention, and they're gonna play it on Ancient Wisdom probably.
Well, it's the trends too that really piss me off because it's just like how many viewers are you gonna get if you're the 100th person doing the same exact video?
Yeah.
So you gotta stand out.
I don't get it, man. I hate culture. You guys know this about me, but I hate it so much. I saw this girl on the Whatever podcast, and she's like, I just do like the dance that's trending. And I'm like, really? Like, oh, these bitches have you're so cute. And she was one of the cutest ones on there. Tons
like
of
the-
followers. She just does the dance that everyone does, the hot one this month. And everybody's going to watch it. But I guess it's easy content, but it's like so easy. You couldn't do anything else. Bitch, I almost would have appreciated if you just shook your ass in front of the camera. I wouldn't say it's unique, but it's more unique than something that's literally called a trending dance. What's the point?
We
Can
underestimate.
you explain that to me?
We underestimate the male viewer that will subscribe to that content as
True.
many times. It's
I
like
often do.
we're even numbed to wanting novelty. It's just like the same girl doing the same thing keeps us in like a sedated state. Man.
All right, Evan, I had a deep thought.
Okay.
It's so deep that I had to write it down and I can't remember it.
That's when you know.
It's deep. I want to know what's your definition of common sense?
I would say now I think it's a synonym to instinct.
Instinct? What do you mean by nowadays? Like in modern vernacular?
Yeah, modern vernacular is like instinct or you're going with your gut feeling or something like that.
Oh, I kind of like that better, right?
Yeah.
Than what I was thinking. Because common sense, in the way people have tended to describe it to me, it seems like it doesn't exist, cutting to the end. Common sense, does it actually exist? What are we all commonly born with that we should all commonly know? But maybe if you describe it as instinct, that sounds a lot better. Because what else? I think the excuse is used a lot for stupid people. Oh, it's common sense. Why don't you know this stuff? But is it really common sense?
Yeah, those people are blind, I think. Who are
Right.
saying like it's common sense.
Yeah.
And having an opinion behind it, like a emotional
Right.
reaction to it.
And also, they failed to look into themselves and to their own past and to see, oh, yes, you have learned this lesson from some lesson that you've learned in the past. Someone has taught you, you've experienced it, that maybe this person has not experienced. Could that be a piece of the high and mighty syndrome? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same exact thing because if you're telling someone, "Oh, it's common sense,"
Common sense, why
then
don't you
you're-
know this?
Right, then you're well. Why isn't it common? Why doesn't this person know it then? If it's so commonly sensed,
Facts. Oh,
by
that's well
people.
put. If it was common sense, they would know it. And the
Right.
fact that you say it's common sense means that your definition of common sense never existed.
yeah, and it's coming from a very emotional, subjective point of view.
So, I mean, in my argument is that common sense then does not exist, because I would change it to use the word hono or instinct.
And well, sense is instinct, really. A sense
is instinct.
A common sense. A common instinct. That's what it
So,
means, really.
What I hear you saying is we may have originally or in the past had the wrong idea of common sense, and now, due to your definition, we're coming out of that in a way.
Yeah, I think so. We've been trained to ignore our instinct, our common sense. You know, invaders at the border. You know, it's a slow threat that your instinct would say needs to be dealt with.
Right.
That's just the one example I could think of. Mass
Sure.
migration,
Culture in general, yeah, this and that, what we're supposed to think, or like even relating to our Bin Laden story, yeah, what we're supposed to think, what people say in general. Do you not know this? It's common sense. But nah, the government probably just told you that, for example.
Yeah, another CIA word, like the word conspiracy
it feels
theory.
like that, doesn't it? I guess that's the point that I'm trying to get to. It's like, doesn't it? Common sense feels like such a suspicious phrase. Like, there is no common sense. There's instinct, there's gut feelings, there's reactions that you have, but common sense?
It's almost like the more syllables they try to replace words
Every
with,
time.
it obfuscates the entire thing. Like George Carlin's whole bit about people coming back from war with shell shock is like, now they want to call it post-traumatic stress disorder.
man.
He's fucking shell shocked.
Every time they make it a little longer, before you know it, people aren't going to have enough words in the dictionary to say a sentence because they try to hurt someone's feelings, or, excuse me, not hurt someone's feelings.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point though. Common sense is BS. It's instinct.
Fake. It feels like just a way for somebody to seem smarter than you. Yet again, just one more reason. It's common sense. You don't know this. No, look within yourself. You're dumb. You don't know history. You don't even know your own history. You've learned this lesson at some point, and you're trying to be better than somebody who perhaps hasn't learned this lesson.
Right. Yep, and when people say that, common sense, use your common sense, it's often in a situation where you need outside instruction. It's just like, I'm a 6-year-old who's never used a screwdriver. What do you mean it's common sense?
Wow, that's deep. I think we just got to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
If you're even saying common sense, Psychology 101, it doesn't exist.
Right. Instinct has more weight to it, too.
Yeah.
Because if you were to tell someone, follow your instincts,
right,
I think you'll feel a little bit more inclined to listen.
Yeah, you would know, because the definition of instinct is something inherently known.
Whoa, it's almost it's more insulting for someone to say use your common sense as opposed to use your instinct, because instinct says it implies that you already have it within you,
right?
Kind of thing. Common sense is like
sense.
this
you
thing over
should
here.
have it. Yeah, it's over there. Why don't you
Yeah,
have
why isn't
this
this in your brain?
thing? Yeah, exactly. It's common. Oh my God! Wow, deep. This has been Ancient Wisdom phrase breakdown. No, we got to make like
Poge's bathroom break.
This has been Poge's Ancient Wisdom Poge's bathroom break. On to
Glad
our
you
next
guys enjoyed
link.
it.
Yeah. Now on to our next link.
Culture is not your friend.
Mitch, you got to explain this one for me.
Okay, sure.
What is going on here, man?
I'll do my best. Oh my God! You know what? Let this girl explain it for herself.
All right, let's go.
What is it?
Okay, I'll go as we. So clearly, a woman is freaking out.
Oh, Air Force One is what AF1 is.
So it's the new
Oh, she's
Billie
got the-
Eilish sneaker,
Makes sense.
and this bitch is losing her fucking shit. Excuse my language, Christian.
She's like,
dry
I'm
heaving.
like Billy now.
Yeah, I am. Billy
I'm
now.
Billy?
Dude, she is losing it.
And the Billy sweater?
And the Billy sweater.
And
And
don't tell
also
me
a
this is
Kiss
the
her
Billy
right now.
belt.
I think her mom's telling her
Don't
to
tell me
chill
the
out.
next is the Billy belt.
The Billy Bell.
And her
Billy
astonished
didn't make that, she's
friends.
done.
This
Yeah.
is like a ceremony.
They're
Wow.
so jealous.
Oh my God.
But anyway,
So,
that was
yeah,
it.
that was-
As you know, remember, you could keep it playing if you wanted, just like...
I didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
All right, fair enough.
But yes, fair enough, fair enough. This has been a fair enough moment. Yeah, what the fuck is going on, dude? She was crying. She was dry heaving. She was, Lord even knows, any number of synonyms. She was not having it.
Another brand using slave labor that American tweens are like freaking out about.
Shit culture, I call this, folks. Shit culture. The fact that you feel like you need a product so badly that you're gonna cry and whine and practically throw up and make freaky animal dolphin
Mitch,
sounds.
you didn't feel like
at your
that?
party.
You
You're
didn't
gonna
feel
make
like
a
that
fool
when
of
you
yourself.
when you got the Wii.
The new MC Chris album? No. Yeah, the Wii. Yeah.
Now my life is complete. I have a Wii.
I was certainly excited about products in my youth, and I'm not proud of it, but God,
You know what?
that is taking it to a new level.
You know what, though? You enjoyed the Wii in your free time in private.
Right.
But
good
this
point.
girl is going out into the world to show, look at me. I have
Whoa,
someone
and that's
else's
the point.
clothes.
Yes, deep. So that's the point, right? It is not only the joy that I get. It's like these bitches saying, I wear makeup for me.
Oh, God.
Remember that one? I wear makeup for me. Nah, you're wearing the Billie Eilish sneaker so everyone else at your party thinks you're cool, which you already did a shitty job of by passing out, opening the present. Holy shit, that's lame.
I'm surprised she has friends there at all with that disgusting
It looked like just
display
two
of vanity.
fat aunts in the background.
Yeah, maybe it was.
But
Maybe
who
that's all it was. Now she'll have friends for sure.
Yeah, oh my
They'll
God.
really love her for all those.
I also saw this supposed like feel good story years ago where like some black kid in the hood couldn't afford shoes, so they got together and
So
like
Mr. Beast bought.
so Mr. Beast
What a
bought him
racist.
some shoes. I think it's something the neighborhood kids chipped in to buy him shoes, and I'm like, the real feel good story is if somebody with common sense, bringing it back, told that motherfucker, how about you don't buy shoes and stop defining yourself based on products and
Yeah.
what other people think.
Wow.
That would have been a real feel-good story, but instead they bought him shoes so he could fit in. How deep does this go,
Oh,
y'all?
they bought him like stylish shoes.
They
not-
bought him like fancy
whole
shoes
neighborhood
to fit
chipped
in.
in.
The whole
Oh
neighborhood
my
shipped in
God.
to buy him the new whatever Yeezy.
Not just because he needed shoes.
No, he wasn't a poor African child. No, he wanted the hot shoe
I was like, oh, that's
that
kinda
everyone was
nice,
making
something
fun of
on
him
his
because he was
feet.
buying Payless.
Wow.
God, but how insane is that?
Yeah, there was a whole trend for a while where like
Feel good story.
the minorities would like point at white people's shoes and be like, "What are those?" and to like discount the stuff that or to say that white people don't
Yeah, it's
accessorize their
called
footwear.
spending my money on my family. It's
Yeah,
called investing. It's called buying food that I could afford. It's called not wasting all my money on a BMW and living in a fucking shitty neighborhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, what are those? Oh, this is me being able to afford my next car payment.
Yeah, exactly. Of my reasonably priced car that I could afford based on the job that I have.
Yeah, these shoes are getting way too expensive. Even regular, just shoes for utility, you have to spend at least $100. I feel like.
Yup.
Not,
Yeah, even
let
the
alone
utility ones are too
$400
expensive
Jordans
now.
or what?
Oh yeah, I got a shout out. I got Adidas for sale that I bought in Tokyo. $100 a pair. Only
$100
worn
pair.
once. Anybody shout
That's
out?
cheap. Still for $500.
$500 Tokyo.
Yeah, price just
What
went
did
up.
I
You
say?
wasted
$100?
$200. You said 100.
Oh my god, I'm
That's
at
baby
euros.
change.
I don't know.
I mean, hell yeah. Fucking. Oh, y'all saw those Astro Boy shoes too?
No.
Yeah.
Dog, is this the shoe?
The Astro Boy shoe? Dog, yes. Do you know that shoe costs
That's
like
the shoe?
$600 or something like that? And only celebrities be wearing them?
Oh my God, they were telling the truth with these old sitcoms what the future style would be
Yo.
like. Just fake space gear.
It's no joke.
Those
That
look like
Lego boot.
That Lego ass Astro Boy looking boot.
that Lance Armstrong fucking boot.
I
walking
believe
on the
it's like
moon.
$600 or something. But yeah, Evan's not wrong. If you just like took the advice that they were giving you, or like Back to the Future Michael J. Fox, and just made space clothes and sold it for $600, you'd probably be raking in the dough
Wow.
right now.
We got religious. We're going
Oh,
again.
here we go. So, pause. Let me know what you think about this one.
Is this the Catholic Church?
our Lord and Savior, the Catholic Pope. I
it.
thought this was so fucking funny.
Is he talking? Is there sound?
No sound.
Oh, he dodged
It's
it.
just visual.
He's dodging the kisses.
Bro, he's ripping his hands away from these people who want to like kiss the ring. What is going on?
Has any
Bro, he has that creepy. This is creepy Pope, creepy smiling Pope. He lets the women get a little closer, probably the pretty women, but he keeps on just like touching them and ripping his hand away.
This is actually funny, but I kind
Get the fuck out.
I kind of understand what's happening here.
What do you take from
I
this?
I think I get it. I think I get it. What I think is happening here is that I understand the people wanting to kiss the ring.
Yes.
That I get. They're super hyper religious. Like, I want to kiss the Pope's ring.
Right.
I just want a piece of that, right?
I want a piece of that.
I want a piece of that. That I understand. I've seen that all over the world. People just want to kiss relics.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Him pulling it away is either COVID, but I feel like it's too late for that.
And no one's wearing masks.
And no one's wearing masks.
Hands.
And you're still touching hands. So what does it matter if you're kissing him?
Yeah, what the fuck? Is there really a huge difference? I love this bitch. Get him.
Yeah.
She's an ugly fat bitch. Get him away.
I don't know. It's like if you're shaking hands, let him kiss the ring.
He's smiling throughout the entire
He
thing.
has this creepy
too.
smile on his face the whole fucking time. So my big thing about this is,
What's your theory?
I guess not so much a theory. It's how this could have been avoided. Why not make the announcement ahead of time? Don't you know people are gonna want to kiss your ring? You're the Pope. They've done this for centuries. So tell them ahead of time, okay, the Pope is not taking ring kisses today.
Take the ring
or
off.
whatever. Take the ring off, whatever it is.
Or is that like being
There's
that's
any
like being
number of
married?
things.
You can't say this is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God
you're the Pope. You're
ring.
married to
I'm
God.
married to God.
Exactly.
I can't take
so
this off.
short of taking the ring off, just make the announcement ahead of time.
Yeah,
hey,
like no
don't kiss
kissing.
my ring. You could shake my hand, whatever, but that's it. Instead, you get videos like this of you being a freak.
Maybe, or Mitch, maybe he did say it, and people are just so religiously fanaticized.
I'll give you that.
They don't care. They'll be like, I'm just gonna try
I'll
and
give
kiss
you
it
that,
anyway.
but every single fucking
yeah.
one, that's like a little much to me.
I mean, who goes?
She tried to trick him right there. She
Who
went in real
goes
slow.
to see the Pope besides super hyper religious?
Whoa, I guess that's pretty
right?
true.
If you're gonna go see the Pope, you want to kiss his ring.
Yeah, but this is
No matter
like,
what he says.
That's like reminiscent of Grape.
Maybe he knows that he's not a accurate representation of God's leader.
Oh, could
But
be.
you know what?
He
If,
should abdicate then.
if the Pope went to the villages in Poland,
Yeah.
and he said, "Do not touch me, do not kiss my ring," they would still riot
They do
against
it. They'd want it even more.
They want it even more. Yeah,
Okay, good
yeah,
point. I guess
yeah,
I didn't think
yeah.
about that. Like I don't care about going to see the Pope.
Yeah,
But
but
so,
the
like,
hyper religious people in the village,
Right.
they're gonna be like, I want a piece of his cloth. I
Exactly.
want his
I want
shoe.
that
I'm
religious
gonna take.
cock.
Yeah, I'm taking some of that.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
get me a piece of. Give me that
I'm-
kiss.
I'm
I'm gonna
getting a-
kiss that ring.
I'm getting a piece of Pope
I need that
tonight.
Jesus on my tongue.
And then, like,
I can't
Yeah,
figure it
the fucking Dalai Lama.
I
That's
can't
what
figure
is.
it out, man. I have no idea.
It's fucking weird. That's all.
Jorge
I got to say.
Borgoglio.
definitely
That's his name.
difficult.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, Jorge Borgoglio
It's
is
a
his
freaky
non-pope
name.
name.
His freaky smile, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely a
non-Pope.
difficult Western.
So guys,
concept.
comment. I don't know what's going on. Poge's theory sounds the best, but Lord, am I confused. Maybe if I kiss that Pope's ring, I'll figure it out.
If there's any Eastern Europeans out there, let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, let us know. We need to know for sure.
God save the Queen, man.
I will say though about him, Javier Milei, the new Argentinian president,
yes.
since the Pope is Argentinian.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Javier he's not very fond of the Pope from Argentina.
Well, good. That's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
Whoa, even if it's from his own country?
Yep.
That's respect, Javier.
Yep.
I've heard some good things and some bad things about Javier so far, but I don't know. More positive than not, I suppose.
I think that's all you can hope for nowadays. More
Yeah.
positive than not.
Wow.
Because
Deep.
we've had such not for the longest time that we think we need Jesus himself.
Wow. Yeah, you know that's super true. That's a hot take. That's a true point because I was thinking about it earlier today. I don't want to go back to George Bush Republican presidents.
No way.
We need
Yeah.
Trump or bust, or should I say Trump
Or Jesus.
or Jesus. Yeah,
Trump or
right?
Jesus.
Christian. You know what the word Christian means? Like Christ.
Yep.
We need Christian or Vivek.
Or Vivek.
You know, maybe he's Christian. Christian.
Dude, I don't know. I love
Krishna,
listening to Vivek talk.
Yeah, he's fucking killer, dude.
I
I've
love
seen some
listening to
dudes
him
who are
talk.
still not about it. Like even
He was my favorite one at the Republican debate.
Yo, he's by far the best. I mean,
He's best, yeah.
will he follow through? It's yet to be seen. We'll see when it happens, like everything in this life. But people who are still on the fence about this guy, we need this fucking guy. Who do you want? Chris Christie? Who do you want?
Nikki Haley? Yeah.
Who do you
Why
want
is
as your
Christie
president?
still in-
Chris Krispy Kreme, they call him. And it's like,
Chris
dog, DeSantis, okay, maybe, but he's so fucking awkward. Don't you want someone entertaining and can actually like hold his own with world leaders?
A really good take, I thought, the hot take from Vivek last night was when he said that he stands by arming Taiwan, every family in Taiwan with an AK-47.
Wow,
and
that
China
was
will,
I didn't catch that. I
China
didn't
will
catch
never
that.
invade
That was
Taiwan.
so dope.
That's
That
what he
was
said.
so dope.
He's like, I stand by it. And
Wow.
then Chris Christie, I turned it off immediately after this, before Chris Christie even got his like opening statement. He's like, well, I don't think we can intervene with the constitutional rights of Taiwan. I'm like, you're such a fucking loser.
Do they
Chris.
have a constitution?
I know.
We kind of built.
I was
it
like,
with them.
obviously, you idiot.
I'm
Like,
surprised he's still in the fucking race, to be honest. But I found out he's also just there to sell his new book now.
Classic.
What would Reagan do, or whatever it is.
As if he knows.
obviously, yeah. What else would you be there for? It's like obvious to me. You're not going to be president. No one likes you. I've never met a fan of Chris Christie in my life. I doubt they even exist. But he's getting the publicity, so you might as well sell your book while you're there or something. Someone's paying him to maybe even talk shit about Vivek. Like he's getting that super PAC money or whatever it is, but it's to talk shit about the other candidates. I've never met a fan. I don't think I ever will. I don't think they exist.
I might even get a Vivek sign and
Yeah.
Trump sign just to say, hey, both these guys are all right.
Dope,
Are
yeah.
all right.
Exactly. They're all right in my book. They're the best
Yo.
of what we've got and best of what we've had in a long effing time.
I was talking to my dad the other night, and I was like, you know what? We both came to the same conclusion. Like, you know what? Vivek would be the best press secretary Trump would ever have.
Forget
Nice.
about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
By
I hope the
far.
ultimate plan is, that Trump and Vivek just say, like, you know what, Trump, go in there again. I'll help you out, and maybe you can, like, I can shadow you for the next time around or something.
Press
It's hot.
secretary.
I love it. These are both interesting takes. I've heard stuff about it, and I have to agree in the sense that, like, press secretary, it's kind of beneath him in all reality.
you
This
think,
guy.
you think he has more to offer?
Yeah, he has so much fucking money. Like, I think it's beneath him. I think it's president or nothing with him, which is also brings up my point about Trump, is that I don't know if Trump wants Vivek as the VP because he's going to
Exactly.
step on his toes. He's going to
Outshine
steal his
him.
thunder.
That's why I thought press secretary,
Yeah.
because Vivek can't be Trump's VP.
That would be sick. Granted,
right?
that'd be the
yeah, so I
fucking
feel like
sickest thing.
that's what Trump
So
would offer
entertaining,
him. That's
yeah.
that's what he'd be offered by Trump.
I hope he'd accept, but I could also see why he wouldn't accept.
He'd be like, you know what?
To
No.
be the press secretary. Yeah.
I wanna be-
I mean, the dude has hundreds of millions of dollars. He's not going to take a menial government position to just
know.
like make 100,000 a year. But
know.
it would be so entertaining. But I
don't think he'd be out of politics if he lost to Trump, though.
yeah, I mean, next election's just as good, I say, and he's got my vote for next election so far.
And I can't say much bad stuff about Indians. Indians have pretty much treated me all right over here for the most part.
Yeah,
They
dude,
stick
of
to
the minorities,
themselves
they
and-
seem to be one of the best right now.
Yep.
Me and Poge were laughing because even in Japan, you might not know this, but around the world,
Oh, yeah, you told me.
Indians still run the convenience stores. How the fuck is that possible? Even in Japan, there's Indians at the convenience
Speaking
stores.
their Japanese with an
Exactly.
Indian accent.
Yeah, dude, you've never laughed harder when you hear someone speaking Japanese in an Indian accent. Ooh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Ah, damn.
Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu, my friend. And they say, my friend. I don't know what you said. Anyway,
I
let's move
understood
on.
everything until my friend.
Yeah. Poge, I found your next
ex-wife.
Okay. Why?
Oh, yeah. Check out that description, though, baby. Read it aloud. Oh, man. There
Well,
she
let's
is.
just get a good look at her first.
Yeah, get a good look.
Okay.
See,
First
see?
impressions.
Yeah. There we go.
She's 30 miles away from,
Oh, pretty
from
close.
Virginia Military Institute.
She likes them tough.
Awesome. I'm your ideal woman, 6'8". Dog. Okay.
Poge wants the big girls.
Whoa. 250 pounds of pure muscle. Only eat beef. Will bear a child sure to lead nations. Will roughly be the size of a Viking. She really, this girl's insane. Can't read and do not want to learn. Okay, looking for a very compact man to ride. Oh, I'm compact at 6'2". To ride on my shoulders so I look cool. This woman's a Viking.
That's your girl. Think about how large your children will be.
I mean, it's just not what I'm going for.
No, well, I guess that's where the ex-wife comes in. But yes.
I guess so.
Wow, I thought you'd like that one. No, come on, I have a number.
No, you're not winning me
She was
over.
asking me about you.
You're not
She
winning
wrote
me
that
over.
profile. She can
wrote that
obviously
for you.
read.
Man, yeah. Well, she had someone
She
write it
lied.
for her ex-boyfriend.
I'm not looking for a girl taller than me. First of all,
Oh, come on.
I already have enough trouble with tall.
A swing and a miss.
You know,
for old
you should
Mitch.
give me. You should give me every week. You should try to match.
Yeah,
match
try to
make
get
me every
this
week.
is Poge tries to get. Mitch tries to
Here's
set
Mitch
Poge up.
matchmaking Poge. What do you
Mitch
got this
matchmaker.
week?
We gotta go. In the cool
Yeah, try it out. We'll try it out. Okay,
Poge's-
here we go.
Poge's person.
Poge's
Poge's
person.
All right.
Mitch's match is Poge's person. Boom, there it is.
Someone my height or less, please.
Okay, preferably. Folks told me he wanted a tall girl the other week. I got him a tall girl.
Not taller than me,
What's
bro.
wrong with this?
5'9", Mitch.
God, I'm sorry. I said, Mitch, I meant 5'9", not 6'8". God, Viking lord over here.
Shield maiden.
Oh, so guys, this is some damning evidence for 9/11.
You guys ready for this?
That's right.
Oh.
I died laughing at this. I'm sorry to New York and America, but that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I had died.
It looks like an actual crash test dummy.
Whoever
doll.
made this did a good job. They did
There's
it.
some good VFX, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
Because
I would
I still see like the little body. There's like the little
Yeah,
guy.
you can see it.
He was horizontal
It
at the end of the
works.
frame
It was
before
done
he gets
so
launched.
well. Anyway, just thought I'd share that laugh of the week with you. I was dying. Anyway, what do we got next here?
Oh my god.
I'd like to know where he landed after that in real life.
Where he actually landed. He
Probably
must have been
10 feet at
shot
least.
10 feet at least.
All right, this is going to be a good one conversation topic. Look at that. Disturbing new statistics show that American stores receive more business after they have been labeled as racist. Body out.
Evan's laughing. Evan, what's so funny?
Everyone has a few thoughts on this.
It shows that if you build it, they will come.
Wow, deep, religious. I, of course, love this. Free market, like, what are you gonna do? People are sick of your woke shit. And, like, you could say the word racist, but what does that really mean? And, like, there's a lot of things that it could mean in this context, or people just call them a certain word. What that probably means is, like, I don't know, intelligent, open-minded, free-thinking people who don't hurt your feelings. Tell it how it is. Racist, yeah. Yeah, so people can read between the lines and translate.
That's a good point. It's not that you like to go to racist restaurants. It's just that anybody calling the restaurant as racist is obviously ill-informed. So
Facts.
this must be a decent place to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, well put. It's sad that you have to like translate these words these days. Yeah, translation, just regular, down-to-earth people.
Yeah, what it means is I like the
Translation.
Korean shop owner who shot the guy who was trying to rob him.
Yeah.
So I know that's a
I
place.
think that's badass.
Yeah, that's a
so
safe
I
business.
will patronize that business.
Why do you think we like the Japanese more than any other Asians? Because
Yeah.
they stick to themselves, they love their people, and they're
Isn't
the
that
more
funny?
racist than anybody.
Isn't it funny that the white liberal women don't hate on the Japanese, as far as I know, and they're the most homogeneous race of all time, country, I should say. that
Dude,
keeps
I don't
it
know if
racist.
that's true.
You don't think so?
My ex was,
Because they're not jealous of their looks?
I remember she said this verbatim. She's like, "Are you a weebo or a weebo, whatever they call them?"
Yeah.
She was like, I just want to make sure that you don't like Japanese.
Oh my
because
God, they hate
because they're
them,
very
they do.
submissive. And they just do whatever guys want.
Why does it?
And I'm not
Are
with
you
her anymore.
serious?
I'm not with her anymore. But yes, these were words coming out of her mouth. She said this.
Yes, that sounds like fucking heaven on earth. A submissive woman?
She said all this, and she was like,
natural
I
beauty.
just want to make sure that you don't like Japanese culture. She literally said this to me.
Are you serious? So she said culture, but then she said
I don't know
weeb.
if she- yeah,
See,
she's-
there's
women,
conflicting things.
culture.
Clearly, she's confused because I heard a few things. I heard weeb, I heard culture, and I also heard submissive. So she's talking about bitches. She's talking about like anime, weird, freaky stuff, but she's also talking about the nation. I think it's all talking about the women. I think she's
Yeah.
jealous of the natural beauty and the submissive nature of Japanese women, but like
Maybe.
disguises it with all these. I almost think that's definitely it. What does she hate Japanese people?
You know,
I don't
she's,
know.
she's trying to tell Poach, she's like, oh, common sense says that you shouldn't like that kind of woman because of
Yeah.
all this extra stuff. It's not
Right,
the woman
exactly.
because
I
I
never
love
That's
brought
not a
women.
this
real
up.
woman. How many
I
times
never
you heard
brought
that?
this up. I didn't study this
Really?
before. Dude, I didn't
She
even
brought it
know.
up to you?
It was
No.
years before I even had to work in Japan. It was before I even told you anything about it. Was before you even told
walks
me you
into the
watched
kitchen
anime.
one day.
Yeah, just one day she's like, hey, listen, I just
By the
want to make
way,
sure.
Yeah, you're not into like
her,
Japanese.
it's what it was. It was her
stuff,
friend.
are
It was because her friend. It was
You have
because
one
her.
Japanese
It was because
follow the
her nerdy
breadcrumbs.
friend. Her nerdy friend was painting anime dolls.
Yeah.
Her nerdy friend, that's just like a really
Who's
just
a
like,
female.
not masculine guy.
Oh, it was a guy. Oh,
Yeah.
I need to make sure. I
yeah,
said
yeah.
she
It was
female.
it was
right?
a nerdy, not masculine guy that was painting anime dolls in his bedroom and telling her about it. He's like, "Oh, I painted this cute doll today." And then
Well, that's a little homosexual.
yeah, so the next
Certainly.
day after work, she was working with him. She came to me. She's like, "I just want to make sure you don't like Japanese things."
I saw your future in my
Yeah,
crystal
yeah,
ball.
yeah.
You're not gonna go painting little freaky dolls.
Freaky
are
dolls,
you?
and I'm like, no, I won't
I
ever
don't
paint
think
freaky
so.
dolls, but Japan's kind of cool.
Japan's
And I think I
kinda
said
cool.
that to her. I was like,
kinda
no,
huge.
Japan's pretty cool. I always wanted to visit.
It's
and she was
huge in culture
and
right
I
now.
think she was like, oh my god.
I
Oh
can't,
my god, he's gonna be painting dolls.
I can't believe how much it's narrowed down to literally just being jealous of the Japanese woman.
That's what
I
it is,
cannot
dude.
believe
I really
that.
think so. But yeah, especially how it has to be disguised in all
My
these
theory is that
terms.
because Japan has like the most addictive entertainment, video games, movies, that most like cultured guys that like video games, movies go
it's
to.
different, it's
Yeah,
interesting,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
new, yeah.
So I guess the female perspective that doesn't like look at any of that stuff at all, like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, whatever.
Sure.
She's like, oh my
with
god,
ya.
he's being converted to like Japanese women.
You know what though? Because I think women represent the culture. They
that's-
carry most of the culture. And like these animes wouldn't really do well without the women, I think. Like
Yeah.
female characters on the shows, at least, like that feminine attitude. You can't just have a bunch of dudes in a Royal Rumble for every single show, every anime show.
Right,
just
Dragon Ball Z
kicking the
needs
shit.
Bulma. They need Chi-Chi.
Right.
Yeah.
They need them to be like, what? You're supposed to be home at 9 o'clock.
This is
They
deep.
need
This is
that.
very philosophical. Does that mean it's like an integral part? Because I have it in my head that she was just sort of beating around the bush and saying, "Don't
I
be
still
fucking
wonder.
a Japanese girl." Slash, like
She was,
your-
basically.
yeah, right. Slash, like don't be a conservative
I
type
don't know.
thing
I still
with that
wonder,
thrown in there.
I
a
still
little.
wonder to this day what the deeper meaning of that question
Yeah,
was.
it
Like
sounds
you
to
don't
me-
you don't want me to like anime and Japanese stuff and be a weebo. Okay, I get it. Weebos are weird.
Yeah.
But like what
if
if I
that
just like
means-
Japanese games? What if I just like one anime?
Right,
So
but if that
deep.
leads to liking Japanese women, it also means like, hey, I'm
means
not
you'll
going to
s-
be submissive type shit.
Yeah, it
Shit
means
comes back
like,
to me.
Right, yeah. Like, oh, if you like Japanese girls, you're gonna like submissive stuff, and that's not me.
And that's not me.
Yeah,
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 She was
exactly.
grasping
That's
at
what I'm
straws.
yeah.
She was trying for dear life to hold on to Poach. It's what it seemed to me.
Oh, of course. That's
Oh,
what
like,
they
of
do. You
course.
find a
Yes.
good guy, yeah, you fucking
Oh.
destroy their soul so
Yeah.
that they stay. That's
Yeah.
that's the oldest trick in the book for women is just like keep them as low as possible. You got to keep your men talk shit about
Can't
them
keep
all
me
the time.
down.
Can't keep me down. As I'm saying, you get a catch like Poach and you try to demean him as much as you can so he doesn't think he's too hot shit so he never leaves you. It's the oldest trick in the book for
It'll
these women.
backfire on you, ladies.
But
Yeah.
she's admitting that the American culture or Western culture sucks.
deep,
She's
very
basically
deep.
saying, you think Japanese? It's so cliche.
There was so much
You
in
get
that.
attacked.
Super deep.
You get attacked from below.
Yeah.
You get attacked from below. You never hear Japanese women complaining about
Yeah.
Western women.
Dude,
Be like,
my
oh,
friend
I like that a
just
lot.
moved to Japan. He got married in like 3 months.
oh my
American.
God.
He got married in 3 months. American Christian. He got married in like 3 months to a
Wow.
Japanese Christian girl.
Heaven on earth. Yeah, like
So fast.
No, but I mean, you guys are making great points. This is actually amazing. This is a deep topic, right? And Evan hit the nail on the head.
What
where
does it
it's
say
just
behind you?
like,
I love passport bros.
Yeah, bro, let's do it. I'm with you, fellas. But it's just like, yeah, Japanese girl. It's more Psychology 101, my favorite. And if you guys learn anything from this show, it's Psychology 101. Why do they even bring it up? Why do they even open their mouth? Is there a Japanese girl talking to her Japanese boyfriend and saying, you better not like that American stuff?
Just something she heard.
There wasn't even a
'cause you're
threat of a
secure. There was
Japanese
no
girl.
threat. Exactly. There was no American or Japanese girl, depending on the situation, to begin with.
She's fighting to hold on to the culture that she knows is awful. The American woman or the
And
woman in
she's
Poja's
admitting
story.
it, like you said, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, this is what you got. You better accept it, which means accept me because this is what you got. I am the culture. Oh, that's fucking deep.
Wow.
They always try to divert your attention. Oh, you better not like that submissive stuff because that's not me. That's not what we do around these parts.
That's really what it was.
Wow, that really feels so fast.
And I never brought it up. I never said anything about anime.
Especially because she hits you out of nowhere. That's fucking
Because her
funny.
friend was buying anime dolls.
Yeah.
And she got nervous about all the guys in her life because her
but
one guy did
that's clearly just like a freaky guy.
it. Yeah, I know.
Clearly, like,
But it set her off enough to tell everybody.
she internalized it. It scared her so much. It's just,
Yeah.
I can't. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That proves right there that men are the more are the less shallow when it comes to picking a woman, because the American woman in that situation could be way more attractive than a Japanese girl, but it's the personality, it's the culture behind her that she was molded by. It actually is who she is
I like
as
that.
a person.
Oh, see, you're being super deep right now. Yeah, very true.
The culture is who she is as a person.
Right. She identifies with it. She pushes it. And another thing is she's saying, like, I'm not going to change. Like, you could just be a submissive woman if that's something that I liked.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
I'm not going to do that.
That's not my culture. What?
Yeah.
I don't know that
You
culture.
start freaking out. It's not comfortable to you. That's so weird.
But I never even asked or showed any signs that I wanted Asian things.
Well, bitches are crazy. What can you do? But I was going to say, it also is like a sense of honesty that men are sort of more honest about what they want. All we want, she's got to be young and she's got to be bad. That's it. It's very obvious. It's very clear what we want. We've said it from the beginning. We've said it from the beginning of time. But women have all these checklists of things and schemy ways to get what they want. But no, we want the girl that's young, fertile, and bad.
They've rejected the easy way. They've rejected just embracing their culture, how it used to be, and life would be easy for them.
Oh, yep. Very true.
The checklist.
The checklist, right,
You
Poj?
said it real well. You said it real well right there. It's really just the checklist. Like, what I experienced that day is something popped in her head that said, I got to do this checklist with my guy to make sure that this is not going to be a problem.
That's right.
And
the line.
Even though I showed no evidence of anime
Whoa.
or like painting dolls
deep, yeah.
or like making, Warhammer 30K models.
Oh my God.
I didn't do any of that stuff. She had to make sure.
She freaked out because that wasn't on her list
That was-
before.
she
Oh
didn't-
my
She
God.
didn't think about
My
it. She
man
never
could be
checked.
a weird
Yeah,
doll
she
painter
never
freak.
checked. Yeah.
I didn't consider this.
Oh my God, he might
I gotta
be-
add another thing to my list.
He might be an anime freak. I never looked.
Oh my God, I don't know. Poj, you wouldn't happen to be an anime freak,
I
would you?
am.
You know what kills me though? What kills me though is after making the list, she's making that list about Poj,
I'm
right?
checking it twice. Gonna find out who's a weirdo
Dude, there were
now.
so many lists. I don't want to get into
Dude,
it.
but when she's done with the list, never once does it cross her mind, maybe Poj was lying. Maybe he does like that, and my
another
checklist is all a fraud. And it was just to make myself feel better, but like she never considers the possibility. Oh, okay, Poj told me he doesn't like Japanese women. We're okay.
We're good.
We're safe now.
We're good.
I liked him the whole time.
Anyway, let's get into some depth with Mitch Translates the Dao18. All right, you ready? Chapter 18. When the great Tao is abandoned, there is righteousness. When knowledge appears, there is great hypocrisy. When the 6 relations are in disharmony, there is filial piety. When one's country is in chaos, there are devoted patriots. Short one, but very concise. I like this one a lot. It's sort of cause and effect all the way down the line. And for filial piety, it's sort of like an old term used in a lot of Eastern religions and stuff, but I also translate it as blind obedience in a certain way.
I'm hearing the Adam and Eve story now again. It's almost like this is the creation and the Tao was fractured when the fruit was bitten from.
Oh,
because,
hot take.
Because now this idea of righteousness arises. Because it's like, now I must be righteous and put on clothes and clothe myself so I can be better than you. And that's when knowledge appears, because you have the knowledge of being more righteous than the next person.
Yes.
And then the great hypocrisy comes right. It's very linear. It's pretty genius, actually.
Oh.
And then your family, everything falls apart, and everything is created at the same time when the Tao is abandoned.
Damn.
Like righteousness, hypocrisy, knowledge, all these things shouldn't exist. Devoted patriots, disharmony in family, none of that should exist. But because the Tao was abandoned, it all became to be.
Oh, that's super deep. What you just made me realize, too, is it starts with peace in the very first line and ends with war in the very last line. So that's pretty cool too. It's almost like the kalpas going from harmony to chaos. You could see it that way as well. From the pure being of the Tao going all the way to the destruction of the Tao and going along on the journey all the way.
Yeah, if the Tao isn't the only goal in mind, or seeking God, whatever the Western interpretation would be,
right, then
everything really is awful.
Yeah, dude.
And that's why we're living awful lives, because it's hard to make that one thing the focus. It's really hard to make God the center of your life, or the Tao the center of your life.
Yeah, it's true, more and more increasingly. And it's so true. I like your take about the apple, right? This is the Garden of Eden. This is where it all begins, the Tao. Every chapter of the Tao, it's its own poem. I feel like it was really written that way, where the beginning of the chapter is the beginning of the universe in a lot of these, and the end is the end, or like a warning if not. So the great Tao is abandoned. There's righteousness. That could be like you said, that Adam and Eve were aware of their nakedness and they were ashamed. They have righteousness now. But you weren't too good for nakedness a few minutes ago. But all of a sudden you ate the apple of, you guys know the fruit, as it were, the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. The fruit of knowledge comes next. And there's hypocrisy. Oh, you're like God now, aren't you? Because you ate the knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah, and the blind obedience is pretty sinister at the end there too.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Like Poach says, maybe it's a little out of place or whatever at first glance, let's say. But yeah, when family life, let's say, is in disharmony, not everyone's getting along, people are fighting, then there is filial piety, there is blind obedience, there is, I see it as like duty. Like, oh, this is good, right? You guys might like this. Let me know what you think. You still feel as though you have to love your family, but you do it out of duty instead of actual love when there's disharmony.
With the blind obedience, that applies to the family. I think you blindly obey because you think you have to love them. That's what you've been conditioned to think love is.
Right.
But also with the world leaders, we think we know good and evil so well. We think we know righteousness and knowledge so well that we blindly obey whatever we perceive to be good, when someone out there's got to be blindly obeying evil. They just think it's good because they think that they know what righteousness is. They think they know what the Tao is.
Damn, that's deep. Yeah, it's all like a perversion of each thing too. One appears. It's almost like it's just saying that it equals this. When the Tao is abandoned, there is righteousness. That's so cool. What else would there be? It's saying like the second line of all these stanzas is just the appearance of evil, what it is without the Tao, what you will be. We blindly obey when the relations are in disharmony. It could be the relations of the state, as you said, which turns into one's country into chaos. They're devoted patriots, much like you could see that as a family structure as well. It's just like there's chaos in the family, there's chaos in the country, there's filial piety, there's devoted patriots, there's people who just project caring, who say they care instead of actually caring. It's Lao Tzu warning us against phoniness in a lot of ways, and the Tao is the only way to combat the phoniness.
The first line is so paramount. It's amazing because this is explaining the fall now that we've gone over it a couple times.
Yeah, very deep
really
in like a ancient Eastern tradition so far away.
And I feel like this text could have even been doubled in size almost. The choice words, the comparisons are interesting because after there is righteousness, he could have said there is whatever the opposite of righteousness is.
Oh, yeah.
There's evil. When there's righteousness, there's also great evil. And when there's hypocrisy, so also does ignorance.
Oh, yep.
Appear. Right, because it's hypocritical to have knowledge in the first place.
Yeah.
It really doesn't
Right.
mean anything.
Yeah, I really like that knowledge. Like, what is knowledge really? We're a big proponent on this show. I'm always saying, it's like, what do you know really? Stop playing around. It's all a show. It's all a sham. You don't know anything. You're just putting on an act to seem smart. Nobody's really intelligent. You're going to die. We're all the same. Everybody shits. A number of phrases you want to say. Like knowledge. Oh, I know something. You don't know shit. I fight with some of my friends sometimes about this. You don't know anything. You're gonna die. You don't even exist in that sense, in the way that you're looking at it. You can't exist. You don't know where you're going after death. You don't know why or what you are. There's no way. There's only the great Tao. There's only the spirit. And once you lose connection with that, you've lost it all. There's all this phony, worldly, trashy garbage that appears in the place of your life when it could be okay, but you're overthinking it. This was another. I learn it time and time again, but to sort of not have as sticky thoughts. I think sticky thoughts can be the devil because that's the essence of worldly. They stay. What is the world? It stays. It's here. Heaven and earth. Heaven flows. The earth stays. When thoughts stick to your mind and you're not just going with it, going through it, you're not being as pure as you could be.
Sometimes it's rare though. Instead of going through with it, if it's the thought isn't helping you, it's almost like you rip off a parasite when you realize like, oh shit, this thing is stuck to me. I'm like being too into this right now, and it's ruining my day.
For sure, and
That
sometimes
totally
it can be painful
sticky.
too,
Yeah.
depending on how attached you are. The stickiness could be a strong enough concrete adhesive, especially if it's been there for long enough, and you really have to rip it out.
Yeah, sticky is
it could
a
be
good
a
word.
moment, or it could be, a lifetime, a story they talk about in each ancient traditions, the stories we tell ourselves, which are most certainly not true. They're just stories.
And that's why viruses at the molecular and microscopic level too, they are sticky. They stick
Isn't
to
that
things.
funny?
They're very
Whoa.
adaptive.
Dude, the universe is too deep, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if you guys really think about it, like, I don't get sick nearly as much as I used to, and I'm much more flow than I used to be as well. But, like, that's the essence of the molecular, the virus, the cellular. It sticks. It takes over. Sticky goo, virus, disease. It infects. It stays. It lingers. But if you kind of just let it pass, any number of symbolism, like they say, the T-Rex can't see you if you stay still. Any number of these things, right?
Letting
We
it
always
pass.
hear these symbolisms all over time.
Letting it pass is
Let it
the
pass.
Tao. That you're not abandoning the Tao when you're letting it pass.
That's so true. Much like a psychedelic trip, which is teaching us just as much about life as ourselves, where it's just like you can't hold on to these lessons. All you could do is see it and let it go. That's the big phrase. See it and let it go. You need to see it fully first to understand whatever even understand means, but then you could finally let it go. But you have to see it first.
And if I can quickly just relate it back to Poge's old lady again,
But of course,
with this Dao verse, is that all of the ideas that she had about what a Japanese woman was, or the Japanese culture,
yeah,
everything that she brought to the forefront of being a problem really wasn't a problem until it was spoken to Poge.
Facts.
You know, because the entire time in the back of Poge's mind, well, she's like, yeah, you like all these submissive, I hope you don't like these submissive Japanese. Or in the back of
I
Poge's
love
mind,
him, baby.
right. And Poge never saw it coming too.
Yeah.
She's
Poge's in the
just
back of
building
his
up this
mind,
disease.
stroking his beard.
No,
Oh.
now that you describe these women
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
maybe I do
What
like
was that?
that.
Listens to whatever I
You mean there's
say.
submissive women out there? I live in America.
Like she
I
told
don't
me.
know. Thanks,
Wow.
girl. Well, I'm writing something on my checklist.
Oh my God. She gave Poge knowledge. Knowledge appeared that there's something better than her.
And we broke up, and I went to
And the
Super
Tao was
deep.
abandoned.
Wow.
They were fine until she brought.
That's
brought up the
fucking
idea.
deep, Evan. Evan got to the bottom of it today, and I think we're about done with this week's episode of Ancient Wisdom. Guys, join us next week, and I appreciate you watching. Comment, if you would, hit that like button, and, of course, break the conditioning and return to Ancient Wisdom.